Steve and Jill here.
Good day.
Welcome to the Land Academy Show. With my microphone in front of me now. Entertaining land investment talk. I'm Stephen Jack Putella.
And I'm Jill DeWitt, and I came fully prepared. And we are broadcasting from sunny Southern California.
Today's topic, Jill and I talk about how it's time to hire again. All caps.
Do you know what my notes are? My notes I made to myself, it's like a happy face, and then it's a sad face, and then it's a happy face. And I'll explain that in a minute.
I'm going to quote Steve Jobs here. At some point in your career, if you do everything right, you become a full-time recruiter.
Yeah.
And we are very close to that point.
Exactly.
If not there.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're there. The only thing holding us back from making $1 billion, literally, is good, talented people.
Yeah.
I never thought
And
that would be an issue.
And 10 of them. Okay. Before we get into it.
Let's take a question posted by one of our members on the landinvestors.com online community. It's free.
Crazy day for you here.
Yeah.
It's all good. Marcus says, what would you do if you only have $2,000? My capital is tied up in another property and I want to stay active. I could A, keep saving and mail when I have more, or B, mail for cheaper lots and partner on accepted offers, or C, buy over-the-counter lots and eBay them. Option B has been my go-to since I got started, and after 4,000 offers sent since March 2019 and only one deal, I don't know what that's about.
Yeah, I don't either.
I'm not too fond of trying it again. I'm totally confused.
Me too.
But this time I'd be mailing for properties with an acquisition price under $10,000. Oh, because you probably can afford it. That's
I see.
why.
You went real specific.
Got it. Not $30,000 plus dollars like I've done in the past. So it sounds like couldn't do that many. So okay, let me back up. May I dive in here?
Yeah.
Okay. So my goal number one is not to tie all your money up in one deal. I really want you to have, because it's probably a bigger deal, and then you have all your eggs in one basket, and you're just sitting there watching that one deal, and you have to wait for that one deal to close before you have money to do more. So if you have $6,000, please buy 6 $1,000 properties, because hopefully one will close tomorrow, one will close on Tuesday, one will close in a week, and then the 2 others will close right after that. And who cares at that point, because you're already putting that money that you've already made back into play, and now you're rolling. What do you want to?
This is a very intelligent question.
Yeah.
This Friday we have scheduled, we haven't recorded it yet, a show called Equity 101, How to Build Equity 101.
Good.
And so I want you to take a couple steps back and get your head kind of put your academic hat on, like your drawing board hat, not your implementation hat, because this is an implementation question.
Yeah.
But I think the answer to the implementation question lies in the academic part of this. Mm-hmm. If you have $2,000, your goal should be to create $4,000. That's it. Mm-hmm. If buying over-the-counter property and selling it on eBay is the fastest way for you to do that, then do that. Mm-hmm. If buying a $4,000 property, go back to your mailer, go through your phone messages and stuff, and finding a property in there that's probably you could breathe some life back into and buy, then that's what you do. Your whole goal, and we'll talk all about this on Friday, is $2,000, $4,000, $8,000, $16,000, $32,000, and it gets to be in the millions. Mm-hmm. Within 24 months, if you start like that. So that every single property investor on this planet started with the first deal. I don't care if it's Donald Trump, Sanzel, or us. We started with one single. I started with one single 80-acre property in Navajo County, Arizona, and doubled my money, and since then have generated tens of millions of dollars. Jill and I are creating almost $250,000 of equity for ourselves every month, buying and selling real estate. Mm-hmm. So, it's all on that methodology that just described. So, you have $2,000. I would spend it on mail.
I would too.
And there's all kinds of programs. Jill and I have a deal funding program. There's another member who has. Forget about how much money you have. You should be going out there just being a deal maker, man. Yeah,
Land Tank. All you gotta do, if we don't want to do it, just put it on Land Tank and someone else will pick it up and fund it for you. That's exactly what I would do.
Every day, our members put property on
mail.
it. They don't have the dough, just like you.
Exactly.
And they put property on Land Tank, a great acquisition.
And they're
somebody
grabbed.
like Luke Smith in our group, or there's many other people who who snag that property right away.
Yeah.
They become your equity partner and you split the profit.
Yeah. And they pay for it. Then you don't have to worry about it.
There's a lot of people out there that say some version of this. Hey, you don't need any money to start in real estate, which I hate. I think that's silly. You need some money.
Yeah, you do.
You don't need a ton of money. Jill and I, to my knowledge, are the only people, and we don't really advertise it because I don't like silly little slogans like that. You don't need any money to do this. If you get the program, understand what you're doing, send a bunch of mail out, which you need money for.
True.
But to buy the actual property, that's why we created Land Tank. Just go out there and check it out.
Exactly.
It's made for just this exact situation.
Exactly.
Today's topic, it's time to hire again. This is the meat of the show.
I've decided this is my life now.
I swear.
It's true.
It's one of my least favorite things to do.
I know. Well, here's why I said happy face, sad face, happy face. Happy face because, wow, we just jumped back in and really upped our acquisition efforts. We have new people. I hired one person, right? One new transaction coordinator. Well, it's going so well now I need 3 people to support them. That's what happened. So just this one little area that we're now focusing on. And so my sad face is, oh boy, it's hard. It takes time. It really does take time to interview and screen and find and hire the right person and get them ramped up. But then, happy face again.
I like this.
Thank you.
It's like a relationship. What's today? A happy face or a sad face?
Oh gosh.
Which one?
You want to talk about relationships?
I think it's happy today.
Okay, wait. I'll talk about. I'll cover this in relationships here in just a minute.
A couple of days last week that were in happy faces.
Oh, I'll cover that too. Yeah, but then happy face is yay. Now we're all moving along smoothly until the next thing blows open wide, and now I gotta hire again. So that's kind of how it goes. And we just decided right now, while I'm training one person, I should be training 3 or more.
Yeah.
So that's what's going on.
We're gonna hire 3 people.
Yeah, I'm gonna have them all sitting in my office, and we're gonna have some fun.
Yep. Exactly.
Until I'm not needed anymore. And that's what's going on.
I'm actively trying to hire a paralegal type or a paralegal type person. They don't have to be a paralegal, but they need to think that way.
Yeah.
So if you'd like a job and you're a paralegal, please send your extremely experienced career in a resume form to jack@landacademy.com.
Hey, is this just for your hiring efforts this week? Listen, you. All right, so here's my relationship one. Happy face. I'm in a relationship. This is so great. Oh, I'm so excited. I love it. Sad face. Crap, I'm putting on weight. My friends haven't seen me. Now I got to check in with this guy if I ever want to go anywhere or do things. No, I just
check in with this guy.
Well, you kind of got to, when you're single and it's just you call the shots. You have to think about anybody but you. But you're in a relationship. This is actually what caught me the first time I had a boyfriend. My boyfriend told me, by the way, you have a boyfriend now. It might be nice to let them know you're leaving town. Because that's what I do. I get on an airplane and I'm gone for the weekend. They're like, where are you? I'm like, I'm in Texas. They're like, what are you doing? I'm like, I just went. They're like, kind of would have been nice to tell me. Like, oh, sorry. So
I can absolutely see you doing that.
Yeah, that's
absolutely.
exactly how it went.
Totally stuff you still do that.
Yeah.
Like that.
I kind of forgot. I'm like, oh. Oops, sorry, my bad. and then happy face again when you finally settle into a groove. If it's the right person and you work through those things and you have a good communication, then it's happy face again. So that's how that relates.
I look at that whole thing like it's either 51% or 49%. And so if you're in a relationship and you're getting 49%, you're probably done. And I don't mean one against the other. I mean, like, my life before you was,
oh, this is good.
Was great. Everything was just fine. And now I'm at like 50%. So it's a give and take.
Oh.
But if it's 49%, that's not going to be good.
Oh, I don't think it should be like that.
It's a very sad, depressing topic, this whole thing.
It is. I hope that you meet someone that makes your life better and you're happier and you're more fulfilled and you're working on stuff together. You're supporting each other.
You got to go through a lot of people to get to the right person.
Point.
It's like deals, like real estate deals. You're going to get 10 or 20 calls back where it's like, oh, man. And then you'll get some signed agreements back. Yeah. And you still don't want to buy them. And then eventually you get one.
Well, that is like dating.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's just like that. So
You know what it's like hiring.
well, 4 guys ask you out. So what do? You go to dinner with all 4. Some are
Yep.
okay, some are not okay. Some go to dinner with you another time. Some you weed out right then
You
and
got to
there.
go into it like that.
Yeah. You realize,
You got to go
this
into
will
real estate
never
deals
work.
like that, and you got to go into hiring like that.
Right.
You know,
So 4 became 3, and then 3 becomes 2. And then if it's not going well, 2 might become 4 again.
yes, or 0.
Exactly.
Sometimes you got to go all the way to 0 and stare at the bottom of the tank.
You're right. Tank? What tank?
It's all black and mucky down there.
Like
And then
you're in a tank? You're in a where are you?
I don't know, some area filled with black.
Oh my goodness. Do my brother told me. Sometimes you do have to reset. And he said there were girls that he would hide from. He said he would just tell them he was out when he was home playing video games.
Oh yeah. I remember when there was a time, this is long before cell phones, when you had a copper wire telephone.
Yeah.
And there was a day where you could get
Take
this
it off
thing
the
to
hook.
plug in. You could plug it in called caller ID.
Yeah.
And then you knew who was calling. And
Yeah.
that changed my social life forever. I'm
I
like,
remember
I am
those
not going to get
days.
stuck with this girl
Could
again.
you imagine when you answer the
There
phone
are
and it's like,
girls-
hi. Oh,
There
darn.
are people that will call you like 28 times a day.
Yeah.
They just flip out on you.
That was called middle school.
No, this is like after college for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Jill never understands
Oh.
how
Excuse me.
crazy nuts certain people can be.
You were just a hot commodity.
No. I attracted ding dongs. There's nothing about a hot
Hold
commodity.
on a moment. I'm not a ding dong. Most of the time.
I think we've
Steady.
all established how low your standards are.
Oh, no, that is not true at all. I don't know how we got on this topic. It went from hiring to
Here's why.
finding a life partner.
Here's why. All kidding aside, if you think you're just going to hire somebody and it's going to work out and they're going to be working with you for a really long time, you're going into it all wrong.
Yeah.
You should go into it like you're probably going to have to hire for this position between 5 and 10 times before you actually find the right person that's going to stick.
Or
And that's the truth of it.
well, even interviewing, just the interview process,
Yeah.
you go through a lot. I can't tell you how many resumes I go, no. I go through 20 resumes.
Just like dating, people lie.
Even just find one. I'm like, thank you. Sometimes it's like, did you read the posting? Sometimes I
yeah.
don't, you know. But whole
I
nother
think
thing.
somebody somewhere teaches a class that tells people when they're looking for a job to apply for every single job.
Must be.
Like every single one, like aerospace engineer. Yeah, I was a waiter one time. I'm going to apply for this aerospace engineering job.
Exactly. Yep.
Or I saw an airplane when I was 6 years old.
I've been on a plane. I've been on a plane. I kind of know it. There's a lift thing involved. Does that count? I got this.
I'll never understand that part of this.
That's very true.
You know, once you get one person that's really good to work with, then you can task them to start hiring people. And even then, you don't know if it's going to work. It's a very
true.
specific skill.
It's hard. We're at it again. It is going to be good. We'll keep you posted.
We know your time is valuable. Thanks for spending some of it with us today. Join us next time for an episode called Deals Don't Close Themselves. Jill wrote that.
I love the snarky way you say that. That's so good. And we answer your questions posted on our online community found at landinvestors.com. It is free.
You are not alone in your real estate ambition.
Oh, we haven't gone off on a tangent like that in a while.
I know.
That was pretty funny. I like that. Wherever you're watching or wherever you're listening, please subscribe and rate us there.
We are Steve and Jill. Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property.